Today, we do science. And since I'm legally licensed to be a scientist in the state of Iowa, for legal reasons, this is a joke, I'm going to answer all of your burning questions. Is a vintage guitar really better than a new one? Let's find out. Today I'm answering everyone's burning question, is a vintage guitar better than a new one? Well, here we go. I have a 1955 Telecaster right here. This one's mine. It's player grade, which means that it's not all straight, but it's pretty close. It's been refinished, but everything else is pretty cool. We also have a Fender American Vintage 2 provided by the beautiful people at Dave's Guitar Shop. Shout out to those guys. And we're going to put them head to head to see what they sound like. So let's talk about the topical stuff. Some of the obvious differences. This is white blonde, that's butterscotch. This is a 55, that's a 51 reissue. There's a couple of minor differences, just this one being old, it's been played in, which I prefer. It feels a little more, I don't know, old, and I like how that feels. The neck is a little more worn in and stuff like that. Those are personal preference things that don't necessarily affect the sound of the instrument, though. Now, clearly, these both sound good. I mean, we're talking about minute differences. I much prefer the bridge pickup on this one, just because I'm so used to it, probably. It's a little higher output, it's a little bit dirtier, and I really like that. Interestingly enough, I much prefer the neck pickup on the American Vintage reissue, which I found very interesting. So let's dig in a little more and do some science. Why would you want something like this over a vintage guitar? Some people wouldn't want to allocate the funds to a vintage guitar. Some people just want to be able to take this thing out and beat it up at a bar gig and not have to worry about it being stolen or get a ding or a nick in it. Then there's, the fact that honestly the quality control on these instruments is significantly better. I've been lucky enough to have the opportunity to play a lot of vintage guitars, and honestly some of them are absolute trash. And today's quality control has been really good. Just as a general rule, I feel like you can pick one of these up on any rack in any guitar store, and it's probably going to be, at the very least, acceptable. And there's something to be said for, not having to worry about all the little quirks of an old instrument. So obviously this isn't science. I mean, this is all subjective. That's what guitar is. It's one of the great things about it is what one person likes, another person may not like. And I think these are really great guitars. I think vintage guitars are awesome. I own a few and I love them. And there's something to be said for the mojo of those guitars. I really, really love playing those guitars. But you know what? They have their quirks. And they can be honestly pretty annoying sometimes. These are an awesome alternative. And generally, I really like playing them as well. So don't feel like you have to have a really expensive vintage guitar to be in the Cool Kids Club, because this sounds great and gets the job done as well. Thanks for watching. Did you learn anything? Let us know down in the comments. If you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and we'll talk to y'all later.